Hey, what's up, everyone? In today's video, we are talking about how to scale beyond the gym, mastering the transition to a profitable online hybrid fitness business. This means that you have an in-person personal training business and you also have an online coaching component so that you can help more people, you can make more money, and you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. Because let's face it, for personal trainers and online fitness coaches, success equals freedom for us, and freedom equals time and money. So we are successful when we have more time and money because that equals freedom for us. So let me go into detail about who this training is for today. Today's training is for the personal trainer who wants more time freedom, who wants predictable monthly income, a scalable hybrid business model, clients online and clients in person, and for personal trainers who want to attract high quality leads while growing their following online. In today's video, here's what you're going to learn. You're going to learn how to structure your hybrid coaching services, how to sell high ticket online coaching and scale, and also how to build a lifestyle where coaches can travel, train, and create content and pretty much just live their dream life. Before we get into it, my name is Coach Ruben Brooks. I'm the creator of the Fit Boss Blueprint online coaching program. I'm a 7-figure earner. I'm an ex-professional fitness model, an ex-personal trainer, an ex-pharmaceutical rep. And actually, if you don't know who I am, here's a little bit of a backstory of who I am and what I do today. So I graduated from Valdosta State University with an exercise science degree. All throughout college, I loved health and fitness, and I even worked at GNC for 4 years throughout my college time. After graduating, a couple of us had to do an internship to earn our diploma. I was one of the few people in my group to get a paid internship, and I worked with Verizon Wireless for a little bit. Now, I didn't sell cell phones. I was actually the health and wellness coordinator for Verizon. I was working at their headquarters in Alpharetta, Georgia, and I was training everyone who worked at the corporate office. While I was training all of these employees at the office, a lot of the guys there, they were in sales and they were always pulling up to the headquarters with fresh clothes and new cars. And I personally wanted to make more money and kind of be like them because I was doing something that I was passionate about, but I just wasn't getting all the money and income that I actually wanted. As my relationship started to develop with my clients as I was working with them, they all told me the same thing. You need to get a job in sales because there's no cap on your income. You can make as much as you want to make. And that's when I decided to make a lateral move outside of health and fitness and go into pharmaceutical sales. And that was awesome. I was making $120,000 to $150,000 a year. I had a company car. I had a gas card, which was pretty dope too. I was wearing suits, going to offices, and I was pretty good there. Honestly, I had a very stable job. But the pharmaceutical company that I was working for started to go in a different direction, and they started to sell opioid medication. And I felt like it was a direct conflict of interest for me to stay there. And that's when I went back online and started to do my own thing with my fitness business. I branded myself as Approved by Brooks. I became the influencer. I scaled my business successfully. And now I teach other fitness coaches how to do the exact same thing. This is a photo of a conference that I held called Fit Boss Weekend here in San Diego, California. And it's a great opportunity for me to meet all of the coaches that I work with in person. This is where we build our community and our bond on a deeper level, and I absolutely love it, and I can't wait for the next one this year. So now today I help personal trainers scale to 10 to 20K per month online predictably. And how do you do that predictably? Well, Number one, you have to learn how to structure your hybrid services. You see, the first thing you need to do is pick your hybrid model, then build your hybrid deliverables, price your hybrid model, and then we scale from there. So let's go ahead and get into building and structuring your hybrid service. So step one, you want to choose your hybrid model. Now, there are 3 options to choosing your hybrid model, and you want to choose which one is best for you. You have the 2 days in, everything else online model. This is the most popular, and this is perfect for coaches who still love the gym. They give their clients maybe 2 sessions a week, Monday and Wednesday in person, while everything else is online. They have their own workouts online. They do their check-ins online. They have accountability online. They get more support online, and you get more time leverage when the client is online. The second option is the VIP drop-in model. Now, this is an online program, plus you have an optional in-person session 1 to 2 times per month. You see, the first model was actually per week. The second option is per month. And this is really great for busy coaches. It still keeps your offer feeling premium, and online does a lot of the heavy lifting for you. The third option is the online first, in-person optional model. This means that all programming, accountability, and coaching is online. In-person becomes a bonus, not the actual foundation. So you have 3 different models. 2 days in person, everything else is online. That's per week. Or you have 1 to 2 sessions in person per month, and then everything else is online. And then lastly, you have a kind of like a drop-in model where it's more so optional whenever the client wants to see you. Maybe you have some clients coming into town who want to drop in and work with you, but in person isn't the foundation. Online is the foundation. In person becomes the bonus. Step 2, the next step is to build out the core deliverables of your hybrid program. Every hybrid offer needs 5 simple components. This is what you're actually giving to people when they want to work out with you online and in person. The first thing you need is a training program. I do not want you to give your clients a training program that you built in Word document or Excel. You need to have an app for your business. You can white label this app. You can customize it to make it your own branding and have your own logo on it. And the one that I personally choose is Trainerize, My Coach AI, or Everfit. Next, you need to offer weekly check-ins. This can be done by video check-ins, voice note check-ins, or form review. And this is where most of the results actually happens, because this is where you get to actually coach your clients. Every time they do a check-in with you, you get to look over their meals from what they ate from last week. You get to look over their training log for how they trained last week. You get to look over their check-in form to see how they are on a mental level, right? So you're actually checking in with them, and then you're giving them coaching and action items to do for the upcoming week. Okay, that's weekly check-ins. The third thing you're going to give them is a nutrition system. Your clients need to know how to hit their macro targets. They need to know how to structure their meals. They need a template catered to them specifically, and they need to have weekly adjustments so that they can continuously see results. The fourth thing you need is accountability touch points. And once again, every single time you communicate with your client, check in with them, or have points where you're holding them accountable, this is where you make the connection. This is where you give the coaching, and this is what makes hybrid feel more premium. Now, the fifth thing that you need is an educational hub, and this is housed in your Stand store or any kind of educational course platform. And this will be modules that walk clients through your mindset, your nutrition mastery, your training fundamentals, your lifestyle habits. And this replaces all of the repetitive teaching that coaches do in person. You as a coach, you're saying the same things to clients almost every single day and every single week. You need to create an educational hub where you have all of your training material, where it houses all of your knowledge. That way, whenever a new client comes to you, they can get your educational hub and learn your philosophy. This helps them get better results, and this also relieves you of saying the same things every single day. But now that your clients understands your thought process, they can get coaching from you based off of the foundation that they already have. Once you build out the core deliverables of your hybrid program, the next thing that we need to talk about is how to sell high ticket online coaching and scale this hybrid model. Well, we need to think about creating a 90-day coaching program. This will be the first coaching program that we create. Why? Because in 90 days, people know that they can make a great transformation. And as a coach, 90 days is a great selling point to your clients because it's enough time for them to see that they can make really great results. So 90 days will be your first coaching program that we create. The first thing you want to do with your 90-day coaching program is price it. Now, the industry standard pricing for a 90-day coaching program is $1,500. If you're not comfortable charging $1,500 for a 90-day coaching program, I recommend you start with the beginner pricing of $1,000 for a 90-day coaching program. And what do you get for these prices for 90 days? Well, your clients will get a custom training program in your branded app. They'll get your nutrition framework, weekly accountability, access to your portal, messaging support, check-ins, progress tracking, and your educational modules. That's what they're getting for your 90-day program priced at $1,500 or $1,000. And one more thing about this, you all, if you're a real personal trainer and you're in the gym and you're thinking about, oh, my clients can't afford this, that's BS. They're already paying this price for personal training at the gym. Just add up their sessions, add up their monthly bill at the gym, and they're probably already paying these prices. So your clients are already prepared to pay these prices. You just need to make sure that your offer is packaged in a way where they see value in it to pay you personally, not the gym anymore. You are the brand now. So after you get squared away on your prices for your first coaching program, which is either the industry standard pricing or the beginner pricing, the next step is to price your drop-in sessions correctly. So the industry average for in-person training, well, it usually ranges between $75 per session to $150 per session for the standard trainer. Now, for the elite and experienced coaches, they're charging around $150 to $250 per session. Think the master trainers at Equinox or Fit Athletics. The coaches who are charging $200 to $350 per session are specialists. Now, your next step, step 3, is to choose your drop-in rate. So for example purposes, if your regular prices are at $100 per session, for 8 sessions times 100, that will equal $800. However, I suggest giving your hybrid clients a special rate, and that could be a 10 to 25% off discount of your regular prices, because in addition to paying your in-person drop-in rate, they're also going to be paying your 90-day coaching program rate at either $1,500 or $1,000. So with that being said, if my regular prices are at $100, for my hybrid prices, I would just shave off $20 and give my client a little bit of a discount, and that price drops from $800 to $640. Now, Please pay attention to this because we're doing a little bit of math here. Now, the next step is to combine your packages, and here's where we're going to get the final prices. So your 90-day coaching program is going to be $1,500 for the industry standard pricing. And if I have my in-person rate at $80 each, which is for 8 sessions, $640. Well, my hybrid price for my 90-day coaching program with 8 drop-in sessions plus my online program would be $2,140 for the full 90 days. So this slide here is pretty interesting because here we get to see our final prices. For a hybrid client, it's $2,140. For in-person only, it's $640 to $800 depending on your drop-in rate. And for online only, it's $1,500. So as you can see, you can make more money here by being a hybrid coach. But remember, you're also trading a little bit of your time because you're training in person. But that's the whole point of this training specifically, to be a hybrid coach so that you can make more money and help more people to start off with. And then eventually we'll go to online only because we'll have our time back and we can just scale this model further without trading our time for money anymore. So this actually becomes the main thing in the future. Now, this leads us into the next phase, which is creating a lifestyle for ourselves where we can travel, we can train, we can create content and still make money online, which is the most important thing because we're making money, we're helping people, and we're filling our personal buckets as well. So if you want to have more freedom with your business, well, the first thing you have to do this. You have to move your coaching into a digital platform. This becomes your online home for you and your clients. If you want freedom, you need an app, Trainerize, or a digital coaching platform where your clients can access their workouts anytime. Check-ins can happen automatically. Progress tracking is consistent. Curriculum videos live in one place, and your coaching isn't tied to your physical presence anymore. This is really important because when your workouts live in an app, this gives your clients flexibility, which gives you freedom. Your clients can train at their own gym. They can train at home, they can train on vacation, and they can train on their schedule. That means that you don't lose income when they travel or miss sessions. You get paid. And if you did this right, you've already gotten paid up front. This is how your business becomes predictable instead of seasonal or chaotic. I was just talking to a coach the other day who was taking a huge pay cut because their client is going on vacation, and they go on vacation every single year. But as his business grew, it seemed like all of his clients were going on vacation at the same time. So his income took a big hit during travel time for his clients. Now he never has to worry about his clients going on vacation anymore because the workouts and the coaching goes along with them. And once again, if you do this right, you get paid up front. So your income never has to fluctuate anymore. You see, what we're doing here is we're really building leverage and we're operating our business like an actual business. Not some side hobby, not some part-time gig, but a full-time business because it's our responsibility. Now, the key to really scaling your business so that the business is working for you and you're not being a slave to your business is to automate what you can so that you're not working every hour. The automation handles the repetition. You handle the relationship and high-level coaching with your clients. This frees up hours out of your schedule per week, hours that you can use to train how you want, film content, build your brand, travel, spend time with the family, and actually live your life. Now, this photo is a great representation of when you get this right. This photo is me chilling at a resort, and in this moment, in this photo, I was making $25,000 a month. My whole complete business was online. This is a vacation that I paid for out of pocket. I paid for the flights. I paid for the hotel and I brought my girl with me and I paid for her too. And this was the first moment I felt like the man, because I'm like, okay, I'm taking care of business, baby. I am dependable. I am responsible. I have a great business. I have clients who are getting excellent results. I have a girl that loves me and I got money in the bank. I felt unstoppable, and I still do to this day, right? And once again, this is a feeling that I want you to have, because at this point, your income no longer depends on your location. Your freedom is no longer tied to your physical presence. You've built an online business that follows you and not the other way around. And what makes this photo even more special is that in this moment, I'm cheesing ear to ear because I just made a sale for $2,500. I just got off the phone. I just closed the deal and I was like, babe, it's time to get some margaritas because that call just paid for a lot of stuff for this trip. So let's go. And that's why you see me cheesing from ear to ear, because I was like, man, this is heaven. I'm traveling, I'm making money, I'm happy, and I'm just like doing my thing. And it's a really special thing. And I can't wait for you to have that. Actually, I want you to imagine you having that. And I want you to imagine you having a step-by-step guide that also walks you through each of these strategies in detail, along with templates, examples, and a support community to ensure your success. Imagine if you had that. If you had that, do you think you could actually reach your goal? If you had someone guiding you, do you think you could reach your goal? Well, duh. Of course you can, especially if you have the right blueprint and you also have the right accountability. Plus, if you're watching this video and you already stayed to this part of the video, that means that you're a coach who also loves a good challenge as well. And you're up for it because you want it. You know that wherever the challenges are, success is on the opposite side of the challenge. So you have to go through the challenge so you can get success. And that's where I want to introduce to you all the Fit Boss Blueprint Mentorship Coaching Program. It's specifically designed for coaches who want to take their business online, help more people, and make more money without being 100% tied to the gym. With this business mentorship, it's a 1-year exclusive coaching program with me guiding you all the way to success, and I'm in your business every step of the way. So the first thing that you get with this mentorship is an intensive deep dive of your business. It's everything that I need to know about your business, where you're at, where you're starting from, what your goals are, what your challenges, and it's everything that I need to know about you, the entrepreneur, your personal limiting beliefs, and also your business limitations as well. You get hand holding till mastery. And that's me telling you exactly what you're doing right and exactly what you're doing wrong. Working on your inner game and your outer game until they become one. You also get community, and I'm going to be putting you in the right environment for growth to happen with other coaches that are on the same journey. And that's special because everybody's going in the same direction and we all have similar goals in this community. Some are just getting started. Some are making $10,000 in a single day. With this mentorship, you get to work with me directly. It's a 1-year coaching program. You get private monthly coaching calls with myself. I'll help you build your team when you get to that point and have coaches working under you. You get daily live office hours Monday through Friday. You get 12 months worth of group coaching calls Monday through Friday, 24/5 tech support, weekly check-ins with your accountability coach, access to the community, full access to the Fit Boss Blueprint, plus the bonus nutrition mastery course. And you get a 6-figure guarantee to help you scale your business to 6 figures within 6 months or less, or we continue to work with you until you get there at no additional cost. The only caveat to that is that after the 6 months are up and you're not at your goal, well, you have to at least get on 2 coaching calls per week of the group coaching calls, and you have to do your weekly check-ins every single week so that we know that you're participating in your own rescue and you're not just lollygagging around, because I ain't got time for that and my coaches don't got time for that. So we want to make sure that you're active with your own rescue. So if you stay to the end, you're here for a reason. You no longer want to be tied to a 5 a.m., 9 p.m. calendar anymore, training clients all day and all night. You know your business can grow, but you also know you need better systems. You want more clients, more income, more freedom, and you're ready to build a hybrid business that actually scales. You're ready to build steady, predictable online income to offset slow seasons, and you're ready to have a complete A to Z system for marketing, selling, onboarding, app setup, and client delivery. Well, this is your moment to step into the next level of coaching. So now you have two options. I gave you a lot of value today and a lot of material, and you can go out there and try to do it on your own, which could potentially take you years of trial and error, wasted time, and lost revenue. Or you can plug into a proven system. You work with me and my team and implement this right away. I've already figured it out. I know how everything works, from marketing to sales to management to scale. Okay. Now, if you want to shortcut your learning curve and get all of my knowledge downloaded into your brain with my coaching on a week-to-week basis, then I highly recommend FitBoss 3.0 for you. And once again, it's perfect for the coach who wants to take their business online, who wants a predictable monthly income, who wants systems, not chaos, who wants to work less while earning more, who wants the freedom to travel, train, create content. And this is for coaches who are tired of doing this alone, or you don't even want to go down that route in general. You just want to say, hey, give me the blueprint. Let's work. I know you've done it before. I know you've helped other people with it. I want your help. Let's get the results. Let's go. However, this is not for the coaches who want to stay tied to doing sessions and they don't have a growth mindset. This is not for coaches who aren't ready to take action. This is definitely not for coaches who are looking for shortcuts without work. And this is not for coaches who are waiting for things to quote unquote calm down right now. Right? This is for leaders, not spectators. 50% of winning the game is by showing up. You actually have to play the game. You can't watch and think you're going to win. Right now, we have a special going on where you can get a complimentary coaching call from us. We'll audit your current coaching business. We'll help you clarify your hybrid offer and also give you some pricing. We'll map out your 90-day launch plan, identify your bottlenecks, and show you how to move things online and scale, and to see if FitBoss 3.0 is the right fit for you. It was the right fit for all of these coaches. We have Samantha here, tier 2 paid in full. That's $2,000 right there. This is Angelo right here, has 5 clients, got his first paid in full. He was doing some of the beginner pricing here. First sales call done, first sales call closed. Imagine you having a sales call and your first one online, you closed it because you knew exactly what to say on the phone. You knew exactly how to take payment on the phone, and you knew exactly what to say on the phone to make that call feel natural and organic. You know, it's not luck, you all. It's a system. This is Coach Mikey. He was a solid in-person trainer in Boston, making between $4,000 to $5,000 per month. But he knew something was missing. He was hustling, but his business felt more like a side gig rather than a real business. He tried building a website, selling merch, juggling clients, but leads slipped through the cracks. And he thought to himself, maybe this just isn't my thing. He then joined FitBoss. He learned how to turn his Instagram into a storefront, capture leads in the DMs, structure both in-person and online coaching like a real business. Now, he even moves his in-person clients online, giving them better results and freeing up his slots to sign up more clients. We worked together for 6 months and he took his business from $4,000 to $5,000 to $8,333 per month every single month with a combination of both. This is Coach Vanessa. She's another 6-figure coach in 6 months. She lives in Miami, Florida. She's a master trainer. She's been a trainer for 10 years, but ultimately she wanted more freedom and she did not want to trade more time for money anymore. She joined FitBoss, got my coaching. In 6 months, she scaled. All right. So here's the thing. Their stories aren't unique. They just simply follow the blueprint. All right. And you can too. One more. This is Coach Amanda. She started with me when she was $17,000 in debt, and we scaled her business to $30,000 in a single month. That was her highest month, but on average, she does anywhere between $15,000 to $20,000 per month. If you want to work with me and you know that this year is your year to do this thing for real, then book a call with myself and our team because spots are limited. I work very closely with every single coach. You get direct support. We cap off how many clients we take per month. So when spots fill, they fill, doors closed. So if you're ready to build a business that gives you freedom, click below, book your call, and let's build your hybrid empire together. That's the end of this video. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and give it a like. Also subscribe to the channel and don't forget to book your call with me. I have links to everything that I talked about below. Have a good one. Talk to you soon. Peace.